broadcast booth, breaking news, and the truth behind every take from a real NFL insider and television analyst.
Now get ready for the NFL show where the conversation gets real and the fans get a voice. It's time for the Lake Lewis Jr. Show here on ESPN Radio.
Welcome, everyone, to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining me, as you always do. And now we do this at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, folks. So no longer at 6 and 7. So if you're going to try to check me out tonight, you won't get me. So because I'm here right now. So appreciate everybody out there. We got a busy show coming up for you today. Got a lot of love the other day for the show that we had with Big Trent Scott for the Washington Commanders and also Cameron Wolf from NFL Network. Well, today we've got another heavy hitter joining us in the building with me, and it's my good friend Darian Williams from the ESPN radio affiliate up in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Darian's going to be making the rounds with me throughout the season, so appreciate you making that trip, my friend.
Always, brother, man. I'm excited to be here with you. It's always a good time when we link up, and it's always a lot to get to in the beginning of stages of May. So I'm pretty sure we'll have a good hour, man, in here chopping it up,
Absolutely. And then I've got a big time guest coming on, joining us in maybe about, less than 10 minutes. I'm going to have, as I'm going to say, future Hall of Famer. He should be a Hall of Famer. I'm going to have Brian Mitchell calling in, joining me. I'll see those guys tomorrow because I'll be up at Commanders Park for rookie mini camp, a chance to check out Sonny Styles, Antonio Williams, and the whole nine. Katron Allen, Penn State. I got to make sure I go up to him and say, "We are," and you know what he's going to say. And speaking of that, that's the perfect segue to bring in our super producer, Mr. Alan Sandage, because Alan just loves all that Penn State love that I have up in here. What's going on, Big Al?
Hey, what's up, Blake? Wouldn't be a show without you in Penn State. You're right.
Of course, man. That's what we do, man. I know I'm in Virginia, and I get it. Lots of love
State's
down
in Virginia
here
too. They love it out here.
Yeah, I know. We normally do, but the guy that was
Tyler
there
Warren,
before,
right down the street, man.
Well, I'm just saying the guy that was there before that I was calling for to get axed. Yes, I was. I wanted him out too. He's right down the road, said we're kind of around down the road up in the mountains, in Blacksburg. So we'll see what happens because he took half our roster with him. So
business, man, just business.
Maybe those are the guys that weren't going to play. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. So a lot to talk about, and I got my guys here. So one of the things that I wanted to break down today as far as rookie mini camp coming up, and I talked, with some folks earlier about 2 years ago when Jaden had his rookie mini camp, and you just, I kept raving about what I saw, and it was something different. I had never seen anything like that. And then last year, I remember Big Josh Connerly, who came in from Oregon, the right tackle. They were doing this drill, where you had to pick up a medicine ball outside of your block, your stance, and then pick it up and keep running. And most of the guys were fumbling that thing. These were rookies now. Most of those guys probably not even in the league now, but they were fumbling it. And this guy, just big old bear claw, went up and grabbed it and kept running. And I just said to myself, now I know when I see something special. I know when I see someone that is not normal. So I'm expecting to see that tomorrow with Sonny Styles and Darian. 6'5", I stood next to this guy in Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago for the draft, interviewed him, and I literally had the microphone up in the air, and I'm over 6 feet. So This is a big man.
Man, like I'll say this first off, man, you batting 1,000 with your rookie selections, man, with Jaden. And it's funny because I go back and listen now and I listen to how you talked about Jaden, and you had said all the things that we saw that season, and you saw how complete of a player he was, and took the league by storm. And then hearing what Josh Connerly did last year, and and I'll just say this, linemen don't get the sexy picks, what I'm saying? They don't get the love like the skill positions do. But
hold on, not to cut you off,
sure,
Darian, because you're on it, you're doing well, but I needed to stop you because Allen is such an offensive line lover. I'm like, oh my God, Darian's just lobbing up a softball. And what do I hear in my ear? Preach.
I thought she was gonna put me in A flat, Allen, man. I thought she was gonna have an organ on. But offensive linemen don't get the love, like the skill guys do. And then, for him to have a complete season last year opposite Laramie Tunsil and play well. Granted, it wasn't the sexy pick in the first round, but he played great football. Now coming into this year, Sonny Styles, who looks like the prototypical player. He's a cyborg in person. He's just like how Megatron would look playing receiver for the Lions. So he has all the intangibles. He has all the tools. And if he puts it all together, he could have a year to rival his teammates.
So let me ask you, do you feel like, because there's just something in me that would love to see Bobby Wagner be able to work with this kid.
Yeah.
Just because you're talking about a Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner, when he laces him up. When he hangs him up, and he's just one of the smarter guys you will ever see have played middle linebacker as a Mike. And I just see Sonny Styles having that same mentality and cerebral approach. I just think it would be awesome from one of the GOATs to hand it off to the next, hopefully potential GOAT.
One thing, and you see this all the time being out in cash burn, that they love to bring their guys in, especially now in this new regime, where I don't think it would be far-fetched to believe that Bobby Wagner, who's still here by all intents and purposes, would be able to be there to pass the baton to him, give him some tutelage. I'm pretty sure they've already spoken on multiple occasions about how to handle the Mike linebacker position under a Dan Quinn team, and even talk about his past experiences. So I'm pretty sure that going forward, he's going to be lockstep, even if it's not in the building. I think it'll be even just in a one-off situation where they'll have some type of conversation about how to play that position well.
Yeah, and I gotta say, we try to be very transparent on this show. This was the first time I had someone tell me, man, you're gonna be getting some text and stuff while you're on the air at times for some stuff that you need to cover, and I'm like, nah, man, that's what Adam does. That's what my guy Adam. He always, you see, is on that phone.
Yeah.
You see what I've been doing this whole time here, man.
Yeah, Lake's been telling me to stretch it out, man, because he's been trying to respond to them texts. He's like, D, keep going. I'm like, all right, I can go for days.
I had to. It's here, man. And look, I just got another text.
See?
B Mitch, I'm ready. That's what he says. So we're gonna have to get Brian on here real quick. So let me do this while we're talking.
Yeah.
And this is wild, man. So this is what we have to do. So Alan, you just got a text, brother. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're gonna get Brian on here in a second. One of the things that I have to do when Brian comes on, and it's, some people say, man, you can't do that, but that's my guy, man. That's a friend. He has to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Has to.
And people keep telling me, nah, man, I don't think Brian make it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This guy has the second most all-purpose yards in the history of the NFL. Not the history of the Redskins, Commanders, Washington football team, the NFL, the National Football League. If that's not worthy enough to get you in, I don't know what else is. And one thing I know Brian won't do is he won't campaign for it. So he needs people like us, Darian,
absolutely,
to do this for him. So I'm going to be a mouthpiece for this guy because he definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. When you think about all the things that he did, as far as being a kickoff returner, punt returner, he broke the back of a lot of teams that this team was playing. He broke the back of them when he was playing for the other teams in the NFC East because he played with the Giants, he played with the Eagles. So, let's bring my guy on now. I hope he was hearing me praising him a little bit. B. Mitch, what's going on, Brian?
Hey, man, I'll send you that check later on.
All right, so we wait. There he is. There he is. I can hear you now, my friend. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm good, bro. What's happening with you?
Man, you know it. Listen, I was sitting here saying we got to get you in the Hall of Fame, and I'm tired of having to say this year in and year out. And I know you're not going to campaign for it, but come on, man. You're supposed to have one of those yellow jackets. Come on, man.
Man, if I see people with some of the accolades they have and the things they've done, and if they're there, I believe I should be. But you know what? I've been raised a person where you put your resume out there and you hope people can read it and understand what you've done. And I've left it at that, So, but like people like yourself and other people out there who say those things and promote it, even Devin Hess, who got into the Hall of Fame, who gave me my accolades, and my praise. I think that those things eventually make it happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I don't want to get in trouble because I'm with the league, but this is the thing. The voting on that and how that's been happening has been a sham. Let's just call it like it is. I know I'm probably going to see some people tomorrow that's not going to like that comment, but it is what it is. And I know I don't expect you to say it because we're trying to get you in there. So you stay on your best behavior. You let me do this. But yeah, when you look at some of the great kickoff returners and punt returners, you have more numbers than them. You played longer than them. And another thing that I do want to throw in there, you got a ring too. So if you want to look at the winning and all that stuff, come on, man. Like, why is my guy Brian Mitchell not in the Hall of Fame? We know why, because you weren't.
It's a lot of voters don't know what they're looking at, and I'll just be honest with you. People like to knock. Like, whoa, you played long. Well, that's a benefit, right? Jerry Rice has the record of all-time total offense because he played long. If he played 14 years, he wouldn't be close to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm behind him. He played 6 years longer than me. People say, well, you did. When I retired, I was number one in every aspect of returning.
Yep.
Okay? Yep. Devin Hester came and he knocked down maybe one or two of them. But when you've done something at a high level for a certain amount of time, you deserve those accolades. Yeah. But people like to have their reasons as to why they didn't do. I would just say this. Go interview the coaches that were head coaches of teams that played against me and ask them, did you want to kick the ball to me? Ask them when I came in on third down, did you want me to get the ball? Because I will say it right now, and I'll say it when I played. There wasn't a linebacker that I feared, but I guarantee you they damn sure feared me.
100%.
They couldn't check me. They didn't have a chance in hell of checking me. But the mindset was I was a return guy. So my coaches sometimes even pulled me back or didn't allow me to do the things that I could do. I had 38 receptions out of like almost 50 that were all first downs one year.
Yeah.
If I caught 50 receptions at a certain amount of yards, I would have got an extra $500,000. You know what they did when I got close?
They did.
Pull me back.
They didn't get you that ball.
When I was in Philadelphia, I had 2 carries for 105 yards in one game. If I get 500 yards rushing that year, I get $750,000. You know what they did?
Yeah.
They stopped giving me the football.
Yeah, you ain't see that ball no more unless it was in a glass case.
So if you're so damn good that multiple teams don't want you to make your incentives, that says you're a bad man. So I should get in the Hall of Fame just because people didn't want to let me make my money.
Man, and then, I got something else I want to ask you. And then I got my boy in here. I got a good friend of mine, Darian Williams, who's actually on Up Your Way on the ESPN up there. So, he wanted to ask you a question. But real quick, before I, let Darian get in on this, I wanted to know this because, when you think of like everything that's going on now with this team, okay, and you see, everything they've invested into, and they've invested into the special teams aspect of this. And you and me, we were sitting next to each other up in Pittsburgh. Can't tell everybody what we were talking about, but the point is, one of the things that we did talk about was Jalen Lane and the fact that what he can become, because we all see that he's got potential to be special. And I asked you, and I asked Tana, because Tana was sitting right with us as well, 2 of the best to ever do it. And both you guys gave this guy like glowing reviews. I mean, you really think he can be that special?
Man, listen, you saw that kid in his first year return 2 touchdowns. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
On punt returns. And yes, he had some rookie mistakes. Hell, I don't want to count how many times I put the ball on the ground when I first had a chance to return punts.
Yeah.
I'd never done it before. And everyone want to judge people based off of, he's in the NFL. He did it in college. Well, college and pros are different.
And you were a quarterback in college, remember?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, but Jalen, like punters in college drive the ball, which means distance, low hang time. Punters in the NFL hang the ball up, which means certain distance, great hang time.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to fight your instincts as, am I going to try to return this one or not? And sometimes you put yourself in situations. Well, as Jalen get older, he will understand it's better to just catch the ball and hand it to the offense.
Yes.
And he won't have those mistakes. But it is unmistakable that this dude is absolutely electric when the ball's in his hands.
Okay.
So you have to give him that. And as Santana stated when we were talking, he's going to become a better receiver. So if a guy is your punt returner who can also become your kick returner, because I think he hits through the hole quicker than other guys on the team that return.
Yeah. Yeah.
You keep that guy on your team.
Well-
It is more sensible and efficient to have a guy who could do multiple things and make one price. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, I think Antonio Williams could be a guy that helps Jalen, and Jalen helps Antonio Williams, because Antonio Williams is a guy that can do multiple things too. I can't wait to see him tomorrow out there as well as at rookie minicamp. But Darian wanted to chime in and ask you some stuff. So go ahead, Darian.
B. Mitch, what's going on, man? This D Will, man. And look, man, first off, my man Callow sends his love, man. Callow always has great things to say when I'm with him on D Will Wednesdays. So Callow always has great things to say about his time with you, man. So definitely.
That's my dude,
man, that's my guy, man. So with that being said, man, you talk about Jalen Lane from last season, and then with the electricity that you brought the team in the 90s with your return game, how pivotal is it for special teams, especially with this team, for it to continue to evolve as you have a developing team around Jayden Daniels? How pivotal is the special teams game as this team continues to evolve under Dan Quinn?
The special teams is probably more important than anybody give credit for it. And it's probably more important than just the mere fact of people saying, like, do what the offense did, the defense did, the offense. If your special team isn't good, you're not winning football games.
Yeah.
Period.
But the thing I love about this team, Izzo is a special team guru.
Yes.
And Dan Quinn wanted him on his team. Adam Peters wanted him here. And if you could just have a special team that's top 4, top 5 in the league, that throws momentum to your offense and your defense. It makes it easier for your offense and defense. If I can cover very well and I make a team have a long way to go, my defense has a better chance. If I can be a great return team and give my team a shorter field, my offense has a chance to be great. And I think that's what they're working on. So I think we always talk about what they should do on offense or defense. I believe if the special teams improves a little, this team is going to be dramatically better.
Folks, right now, talking with the great Brian Mitchell. You know who this guy is, one of the best to ever do it. Like I said, should be in the Hall of Fame. It's my guy. I see him all the time. Brian's been trying to trick me, Darian, to get out and ride with him in his bike group. And,
man, B. Mitch be
next
getting it, man.
weekend, man. You should tell me, like, I got a short ride next weekend.
B. Mitch be getting it.
Okay,
Look,
so wait. Did you hear what he said? He said a short ride. Tell the audience, Brian, what is a short ride for you?
So I'm going to leave from Crystal City, Virginia on Saturday morning, and I'm going to ride to Frederick, Maryland, which is 59.4 miles.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to stop and give people time to rest for the ride the next day. But what I'm going to do is go back to Bowie and go to one of my buddies' 60th birthday party, then get back to Frederick so I can wake up that morning and the next morning on Sunday and ride 49.6 miles to Gettysburg from Frederick, right, and conclude our ride. And we're going to be pushing military people up hills and helping them, get to Gettysburg.
So I mean, it's all
it's short because it's broken up.
Hey man, only thing that's gonna be broken up if I ride with you is my hamstrings and my tailbone. That's not gonna work.
Man, you ready for it? I'm telling you, I get you to go get that bike fitted, then you're gonna be amazed. I'm telling you, bro.
B. Mitch, do me a favor, man. You can invite Lake to the bike rides. Invite me to the golf course, man. That's all I want to do, man. You on my bucket list, my short list of playing golf with, man. I want to come out there.
He just took somebody's money the other day.
B. Mitch, I don't have the money Lake has to give you, but if you give me some pointers, man, I'll be out there with you for 18, man.
Whenever you want to go, let's go. Like I played last Tuesday at RTJ. I left Wednesday, went to Arizona, and I played 5 days there. Got back, I played again on Tuesday at Creighton Farms. And I'm resting today because I'm doing an event over at about this place, Rude, I work with. So, but I'll be back on the golf course again, maybe tomorrow.
A ringer. This
Man.
guy's a ringer.
Hey, look, may not be in the Hall of Fame, but he got a Hall of Fame schedule he working on. So they're going to match up very
He
soon.
got a Hall of Fame
He's matching up very
schedule.
soon.
He out here ringing people. That's what that is. But look, man, Brian, I'm not going to hold you long, brother. I appreciate you coming on. And, we're going to be doing this more often. But
Definitely.
am I going to see you tomorrow up there at all?
No, I'm going to the Monty Coleman deal tomorrow, the
Okay.
memorial for Monty.
Yeah,
So I'll
sorry,
be there.
sorry. Sorry to hear
Bad
about
time.
that, my friend.
If
Definitely.
I were to finish early enough and they still out there, I'll try to get over there.
Okay. If not, I will check you out. But yeah, man, definitely appreciate you coming on, and go get somebody else. Go get somebody else. You ringing out there on the golf course or breaking somebody's hamstrings.
I'm gonna get Janine to come ride with me. Then I know you'll come.
That might be true. But
I
she's
get on a 20-mile ride. She come back and say, "It wasn't that bad, lady."
yeah, all
And then
right.
when you come ride, I'm gonna make it 40.
I'll never let her ride with you by herself. My man. All right. I appreciate you,
Thanks,
brother.
B.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Folks, Brian Mitchell. That's my guy, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
man, good guy.
That's what we were doing in Pittsburgh. You
Yeah.
know, they had to do the show, obviously, up there. Him, Santana, Brian Colbert, but man, it was just it made the whole thing worth it. So look, we got to take a break. And when we come back, more with myself. Darian Williams joins me today from ESPN up in DC. And then, of course, Alan Sandage. That's probably the most quiet I've ever seen Alan ever over the
back
last
there
20
working.
minutes. So he's going to make up for that, I'm sure, when we come back. So hang tight. You're listening to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Not every club feels like your club. Back Nine Golf does. A private golf simulator and social club in Midlothian where members can bring their own food and drinks, settle in, and stay a while. It's your game, your pace, your place. Join us for the grand opening May 15th, 4 to 8 behind Sam's Club on Midlothian Turnpike. Right now, get 2 hours of bay time for the price of one with code BOGO. Google Back Nine Midlothian to learn more and start your membership at Back Nine Golf, where golf never sleeps.
Whose mom is the best? Your mom! Nothing But Cakes is all about bringing joy. Mother, daughter, auntie, grandma. Show them you love them with something sweet with a Nothing Bundt Cake. Stop in 7 days a week and try our world-famous buns. Nothing Bundt Cakes.
This deer season, John Deere wants to give you the home field advantage. We're bringing you the best offers of the season, whether that's cash off on select new machines or a shot at the ultimate Major League Baseball prize package. Because right now, you can enter for a chance to win an MLB All-Star experience for you and 3 friends, complete with travel and lodging for All-Star Week this July. Deer season is going on now through June 3rd. Visit johndeere.com/deer season to enter and view the offers and complete contest rules. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Richmond or anywhere across the U.S.? Trust the proven experts at the Cabell Children's Group. As the top real estate estate team in Central Virginia, they help buyers, sellers, and investors at every price point, no matter where you are. With over 300 homes sold each year and more than 4,000 homes sold since 2001, their results speak for themselves. Visit CabalChildress.com or call 804-409-3235 today. Again, that's 804-409-3235. The Cabal Childress Group, delivering unmatched service and results you can trust for a lifetime.
Every headline sounds different when you explain what it actually means. That's the Sports Huddle with Matt and Bob, weekdays 4 to 6 on 106.1 ESPN Richmond.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Welcome back to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you guys joining us. And it's 3 o'clock, 3:30 now. This is early for us to be doing this, but this is what we're going to be doing throughout the season now. Had to move it to an earlier time because of the schedule.
Hold on, Lake. Hold on, man. I know you just bringing us back from break, but you got to talk about what you got going on over, man. I mean, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, Lake Lewis is always a Fly's brother. Every Sunday, Thursday, every week there's a game. Lake is always the Fly's brother. And today, it goes without saying that he comes in here with these shades and in the bag, looking like the nature boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Lake, man, you always best dressed brother out here, man. What you got?
So normally, like, I was going to start making it a thing on Tuesday, shout out people like local businesses that have been good to myself, good to Janine, my better half, who's on CBS 6, one of the best anchors in the game.
Shout out.
So I got to shout out somebody from CBS 6 too, because the shirt I have on is from Sasha over there at CBS 6. Got this for Janine and myself. Somebody asked me why do I have an I Love New York shirt on. It wasn't because of the Knicks. Damn sure it wasn't because of the Giants. It was just because, Sasha got that for us. I wanted to shout her out. And then, of course, the glasses, I got to shout out Meta. They've been good to me, and
man, look,
the displays right now. Somebody told me I had the Horace Grant joints on the other day.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
hey, but you know what?
Like, nah.
He's a baller.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Well, but guess what? I can pull up Horace Grant in these glasses and see the highlights. So this is good. This is good for me. And then, the Gucci shoes, so that's what's up. And then I got to shout out the bag.
That bag is fly, brother.
My overnight travel, they've done a great job. So that's what you see when I come in the stadium. I have that bag, and that bag has gotten it. Some rave reviews, but I got a black one coming. I got a red one coming. I got the book bag coming with it. So
listen, man, you got me? Because I'm about to say, man, listen, I'm for sale.
And Alan.
I am for sale. If you got a brand, you want to put something on my back, hey, listen, anywhere I'm on, you can be there too. That's what we have to do. Let's do it.
Well, and I got to shout Alan out too, because, I'm trying to see what Alan looks like in the metas though,
I need to see it, man.
And I give him the schoolboy look.
the professor.
Oh man, me and Meta don't get along, so I don't know if they want me on there full time.
Well, we don't want to talk about that then.
I was gonna say you're gonna give me the access to be able to post my thoughts at will, like can you do that with the glasses? And stuff?
Yeah, you absolutely can. I can say something right now and post it and tell it to post to my IG
but I'm pretty
Facebook
sure there's some good permissions though.
That is a powerful weapon in my hands.
Yeah, but we don't need it to be such a powerful weapon that it becomes a non-weapon for me ever.
Right.
So,
we use our powers for good.
Yeah, we can't do that. That's not
You
the look.
sure you don't want me to tell everybody how I feel about Kyle Shanahan?
That's different.
on a regular basis.
But that doesn't have anything to do with Meta. You can do that all day.
Right.
Matter of fact, if you did it and you did it through the glasses, they might like it.
Test out the censorship.
Oh my goodness gracious. That is crazy.
I'm joking.
That is absolutely wild.
So I'm professional, I promise.
Well, in keeping this professional, we still need, I think we're going to have three varying opinions here. And Alan, we briefly talked about this on Tuesday, but I kind of wanted to delve into this a little bit more. I wanted to know from both you gentlemen, who do you feel like has the most pressure to have success this year in Washington between Adam Peters, the GM, between Dan Quinn, the head coach, between Jaden Daniels, the star quarterback, or between maybe the two offensive coordinators? The two coordinators, offensive coordinator David Blau, defensive coordinator Durante Jones. Is there one person that, Darian, you feel like has the most pressure? And then we'll go to Alan after.
I feel like Dan Quinn has the most pressure, but I feel like his job is safe. And by that, I mean, I feel like this isn't a quick trigger organization now. Like, I feel like having a bad season, even if it's 2 back-to-back bad seasons, I don't feel like they're ready to axe him and just demolish everything that they've built. But I feel like Dan Quinn has the pressure on himself to overcome some of those demons. You know, I think he's still overcoming the 28-3 demon back in the Super Bowl, and then the bad season
that
last
wasn't
year.
on him. That was on Allen's best friend.
It wasn't, but he's gonna take it. But he's gonna take it to heart, and then to have the season that we had last year, the 2024 season, and then have the 2025 season, you definitely want to rebound. And I think his coaching history is staked on how they perform this year, especially with a ascending Jayden Daniels, new tools around him in the coach's room, and by new players. So I think it's Dan Quinn for me that has the most pressure on him this season.
All right, what do you think, Alan?
What grade did you give Adam Peters' draft?
An A.
What grade did you give that first draft with Jayden Daniels?
An A-.
Yeah. So he's got talent. And we're in year 3. You fire both coordinators. Usually when the coordinators get fired, you know who's up next if it doesn't work? The head coach. Yeah. It won't be the general manager.
Premature because his first draft got him in the conference
sounds
championship.
Premature, but the collective thought process, even before this draft, the seat was hottest for Dan Quinn. Is it fair? It's not. But this is the business that we're in. It won't be your quarterback that'll be making any moves because he's still under his rookie contract. And you just got these new coordinators in. Maybe getting the new coordinators buys you an extra year, but he's got a 2-year window to prove that he can turn this thing around. And that's being generous, because if they go into this year, if they finish this year like they finished last year, if the Commanders are drafting top 10, Dan Quinn is gone.
That's the point, Alan, that you said that. That's a point that I was thinking as well. I think he has 2 more seasons. So I think he has to have I think he can afford a middle of the road season this year or better. I don't think he can have a year like last year. I think he still has to show that the team is growing from the point of last year. And by them even just ascending a little bit, like if they're a middle of the road or better team, I think it buys him another year, especially with the coordinator changes, because I don't know if they want to blow all that progress up just yet with the new coordinators.
All right, so I'm going to do something here I've never done before. Hey, Meta, explain to me what disappointment means. Okay? All right, so yeah, I'm disappointed in both you.
I'm sorry.
I'm really disappointed, and I'm disappointed.
You asked the question.
I did, but you know, you guys are like 2 of the most astute guys that I know. I'm going to say this. I'm disappointed in the brothers right now. And I'm disappointed because Dan Quinn he's done his job. Dan Quinn wasn't brought in here to be X's and O's. He was brought in here to establish culture.
Leader of men.
And he's done that tenfold. Adam Peters was hired to bring in a guy like Dan Quinn, was hired to make draft picks. And he's done it. He's got a franchise quarterback, something this franchise has never had. If you're an old head, you know, like, you know, if you're rocking right now, you might remember Sammy Ball.
Right.
Okay. But they never had a franchise quarterback. Don't give me that RG3 stuff, because it was 1 year and 1 year done. Okay. They have a franchise quarterback now. Adam Peters just showed you in Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago that he can make a mountain out of a molehill, because they didn't have a lot of picks, and they potentially could go into 2028 season with 5 starters out of those 6 players drafted. That's what we're talking about. So they've done their jobs. So that's why I'm disappointed in you guys for even mentioning their names. They're not under any pressure. I'm telling you, who is under the most pressure right now? It's not number 5. It's not. It's not David Blau. It's not the offensive coordinator, because people are going to look at him and say, you know, the offense still, you know, can do some things because they have a franchise quarterback. It's Daronte Jones, in my opinion, that is under the most pressure. And it's because this defense was, I mean, I can't even, hey, Meta, what's another word for bad? It was atrocious. Okay, see how fast that came up? Damn.
I did.
Atrocious, abysmal. There you go. All of the above was the Washington Commanders defense over the last couple seasons. They went to the NFC Championship game, my friends, and their defense didn't get it done. If they had a semblance of a good defense, They'd have won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. I truly believe that.
But Blake, do you believe that Durante Jones coming in from a good Minnesota system now with the Commanders, you believe he has more pressure on him to turn that defense around than Dan Quinn has to turn the entire program around from last year?
I do. And the reason why I say that is because Joe Witt Jr. set that defense up for failure so bad last year that all you need is for Durante Jones to come in and have an average defense. If Washington's defense were to rank 16 out of 32 teams, if they were to rank 16th this year, they're going to be in the playoffs and they're going to be dangerous. But if he can come in here and put his fingerprints on it like I'm expecting him to, and they become one of the top tier defenses where they could be the 9th or top 10 unit, this is a Super Bowl caliber football team. And I know people are going to say, well, what about David Blau? You've got number 5. He's going to make him look better regardless.
I also think it's important to mention that even with talking through this, pressure doesn't mean losing your job. I think it's just pressure to be better because, like I said,
Allen over there is talking about somebody being given a bus ticket.
A bus ticket, Greyhound.
Come on, man.
But I believe truly that with this regime, I believe they're slow to make some of those type of personnel decisions upstairs. Really, the only decisions that they've made have been the ones they've had to make with promotions, the guys getting other jobs elsewhere. The only real firings that happened was Joe Witt Jr., if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they're
Kingsbury.
Yeah, well, yeah, them two, both coordinators. But I think they're slow to make those decisions. I don't think the pressure on them will effectively lose their job, but I think a total lack of productivity and lack of skill, like a repeat of last year, I think it'll affect Dan Quinn more than it'll affect the coordinators.
The only thing I would say that could get these guys in trouble, and folks, right now, you listen to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. If you would like to call us up in the Richmond area, all you have to do is call 804-327-0888. We will bring you on the air with myself, my good friend Darian Williams, who's made the trip from DC from the ESPN affiliate up there. And of course, super producer Allen, who's on the phone right now. So maybe someone's calling us up. But I would say this, the only way I think Adam could truly be in trouble is if the free agents that he just brought in just don't get it done, period. Then you might say, oh, okay, something's not working here. The only way Coach Quinn would be in trouble is if you see infighting. That's it.
Okay.
If you see guys in the locker room fighting, if you see guys on the field like, John Allen and Deron Payne did a couple years back, John Allen's no longer there. But the point is they were fighting on the sidelines. That was a horrible look. That would be something where you would say, okay, did he lose the locker room? Outside of that, those guys aren't going anywhere. So look, we do have a caller on the line right now. We have Mike B joining us. Oh my goodness gracious. This is going to be a good one too, because this is lawyer talk coming up. We got an attorney on with us right now. What's going on, my friend?
You're going to make the listeners hate me, man.
Come on, man. A lot of people need attorneys nowadays. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy right here. What's going on, my friend?
Yes, I did catch the beginning of the show, but I did hear the last few minutes here about some folks on the hot seat. If I could weigh in on that, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. What you think?
So, the one guy that I think is free and clear is AP. I mean, by all standards, he's done a phenomenal job in free agency. And those 6 picks, I mean, so he's good to go as far as I'm concerned. He's going nowhere.
Yeah.
I think the guy really is DQ. And the reason I say DQ is he swung big by hiring 2 novice coordinators at the same time, mind you. Now, I'm like you, brother. I don't like the retread stuff, but 2 at the same time it's a huge swing. So that's why I say DQ based on how this turns out with Blau and how this turns out with Jones. And that's my position, because he's responsible as far as I'm concerned for these hires. But AP, good to go. Okay. Every grade I've seen is A+,
A- worse. I don't know how you can give the brother a B. It has to be a B+ for what he's done this off season, in my opinion.
Okay. So let me do this real quick again. Hey, Meta, can you give me a word for 3 times disappointed? I'm just, and it's looking it up for me right now on my lens. All right. So yeah. So it says right here, feeling of disappointment or discontent, disheartening. Yeah, I'm disheartened because my guy right here, Mike B, this is my guy. You see him tomorrow on my fan show, of course. One of the smartest guys I know, as long with these other 2 brothers that I have here with me right now. I'm so disappointed in the brothers today because
hold on. Because I think Mike B is onto something. Now, I believe, if you go to
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem. If you go to a bad restaurant, right? Listen to this. If you go to a bad restaurant and have bad food, right? You don't blame the grocer that went and got the food. You blame the chef, right? That's cooking the food. That's right.
True. That's
so,
true.
I think that's the main key here is that Adam Peters can only work with what he has. He works with the draft picks that he has, and he talks to scouting and say, hey, these are the groceries we need for this meal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you to make the food 5-star, Michelin star, like everything. And if Dan Quinn does not put his ratatouille hat on and do some chefing in the kitchen, he is going to be cooked.
Okay, but wait a minute. See, now I got y'all. I got you. This is perfect. And then we do have another caller on, but stay with me for a second, Mike, because I want you to hear this. Exactly what Darian said. I see where you're going with that. But when you watch all these cooking shows and you see the chef, the head chef, he's yelling at who?
The sous chefs.
The sous chefs,
Yeah.
or the underlings. Okay. So guess what? Who are the underlings here? Who are the, what did you say? Sous chefs?
Sous chefs, yeah.
Sous chefs. That's the coordinator.
But you can't hire, you can't fire a sous chef in the first year.
Hey man, I sure could. If he's not doing his job.
If you got autonomy to make, no, you know what, Mike? Can he legally do that? That's what we need to know. Can he legally?
Hey, Alan. Yes, sir. So let's ask Alan this, because Alan's a 49ers guy.
Yes.
Are you more mad with Kyle when the defense breaks down? Were you a Steve Wilkes guy?
I was mad at Wilkes because Wilkes was in a cover 0 look and he was going against Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And Kyle had to look at him and tell him that was definitely not the move.
So what happened though? What was the outcome of that?
Yeah, he got fired. I wasn't mad about him being fired.
Not the coach, the coordinator. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So listen, Mike B, my guy, appreciate you calling in, and I'm gonna check you out tomorrow. All right.
All right, man. Sorry to call you in with the disappointment, but at least you got the trifecta. All 3 of us.
I just need you to do better tomorrow, man. That's it.
Thanks, Mike.
My guy, Mike B. All right. So look, now we got Dolphin Dave on right now. What's going on, my friend? How are you?
Well, first, I feel like it's my job to make up for the other 3 that you had to deal with today. So I'm trying to do that for you.
Please
and I
do.
do feel
Please
bad
do.
that you have. Yeah, I feel bad that you have to deal with them. Especially Alan. But, the other thing regarding your previous caller, I am actually former law enforcement, and he's a lawyer. And the guy once came up to me and said, "Don't you hate lawyers?" I said, "No, the one that gave me the most trouble on the stand was the one I was going to hire if I ever got in trouble." So
I like that. I like that.
Hey, Lake, you know what? We talked previous draft, and I was a little bit surprised. I don't hate our draft. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, we had so many needs that we definitely fit needs. I was a little bit surprised we waited till the 3rd round to pick up wide receivers when there might have been some other better wide receivers out there.
Yes.
There's our first pick was a guy is roughly the size of the entire state of Montana, and he is actually the one thing I liked about it, people said we could have done better, and maybe we could have done better, but the thing I liked about it is the fact that this guy can play center, guard, or tackle.
Yeah.
So, we can put him in wherever we need to put him in. I don't hate our wide receivers we picked up. I really don't have a bad feeling about anybody that we picked up. We had a lot of picks, and they said, I told you, and we both agreed that they were going to build to the draft. But what did you think of our draft? And I will actually hang up and listen on. That's okay.
All right. Appreciate you calling.
No, hold on, Lake. Don't let him off that easy, man.
What you mean?
Don't let him off. He says he's former law enforcement. He got to treat this like internal affairs. He dodged the entire question. He didn't say who was on the hot seat. He said everything that he loved. He deflected for 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, but that's my guy, man.
I know.
Dolphin Dave. I appreciate him always calling in. So you trying to get me in trouble with people, man, where we will need Mike B.
Okay, well, let me relax because I want to come back to the show. Let me relax.
So to answer his question, the Dolphins took Caden Proctor, the mammoth, literally tackle from Alabama.
I think Mammoth is underselling his size.
Yeah, this guy is a
behemoth.
A behemoth. There you go. See, now you guys are showing me, you're giving me
Didn't need
confidence
better for that.
in your intelligence level. So that's a good word. Okay. All right. So yeah, I thought Caden Proctor, personally, I thought that was kind of high for him, but he kind of got caught up in the tackle barrage, because what happened was when the first guy went off the board, when the Giants took Malianoa or whatever, took him, then you knew it was going to start to happen, because that's what happens. Teams start to panic. It's just like you saw when the receivers were taken. It just started to happen. Boom, boom, boom. So they come out with a tackle that I do think has a big upside. Obviously his health, his size is going to be a plus for him on the field, but you have to make sure he stays in shape, because guys like that can fall out of shape quickly at the next level. They definitely needed that pick, and I'm sure Dolphin Dave's listening to this. They needed someone to protect Malik Willis.
Yeah,
that's imperative, because you want Malik Willis to have instant success.
Yeah.
You don't want him to be set up for failure. I love what they did with San Diego State cornerback Chris Johnson. That was a 27 pick. They got that pick from Allen's team, in a previous trade. So sorry to throw that on you, Allen. But I love Chris Johnson.
He was like 6 on our draft board. Is fine.
Yeah,
we
okay.
trust our draft.
Yeah. We'll see. He was just hating on their draft stuff, and now he's throwing love.
That was sarcasm of the highest order.
Okay. Well, anyway, Chris Johnson, I like him there. They had 13 total picks in the draft. So Dolphin Dave, don't expect much from them this year, but I think the tools are being put in place. The building blocks are being put in place. I'm a Malik Willis fan. I love what he's done. He got rehabilitated with the right people, because in Tennessee, it wasn't working for him. Obviously, coming from Liberty, he needed the right people to bring his game to the next level. And I think Matt LaFleur did that in Green Bay. And now he's there with this coordinator who's now the coach in Miami. So I love that. So I think those were good picks. Look, we got to take a break though, so when we take a break, we'll come back. I'm going to have more with my good friend Darian Williams joining us from DC, the ESPN up there. Allen in the booth. We got a lot more coming up right here on the Lake Lewis Jr. Show.
Those who serve in the military are always on duty. They never leave till the mission is complete. Robinson's Plumbing Service knows this because they hire vets and are vets themselves. May is Military Appreciation Month, but at Robinson's Plumbing Service, every month is Military Appreciation Month. Veterans receive a 10% discount on every job. Some of the people addressing your clogged drains wore the uniform and know that each and every task to be addressed is a mission. And no one at Robinson's Plumbing Service is leaving till that mission is accomplished. Like you, your fellow veterans at Robinson's Plumbing Service once took the oath to defend the U.S. Constitution. And even though they're wearing a Robinson's uniform now, that oath still stands. This is one of many reasons why Robinson's Plumbing Service has been voted the Richmond area's best plumbing service. This month and every month, Robinson's Plumbing Service says thank you to those who have served. Schedule an appointment with us now at robinsonsplumbingservice.com or call 794-0918.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-793-8074 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-793-8074. That's 800-793-8074. What do you have to lose? Call 800-793-8074. Again, 800-793-8074.
Is your home's AC ready for spring? Call Herman Allen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling for tune-ups or to install a new cooling system. For a limited time, purchase a new qualifying Lennox system for up to $1,800 in rebates, or qualified buyers make no payments, incur no interest for 60 months when financing a new Lennox system. Contact Herman Allen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling at 804-746-5853 or HermanAllenPlumbing.com today. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
This Friday, May 8th, Green Top Sporting Goods throws a Yeti grand reopening party. Refreshments, prizes, and 20% off all Yeti products. Off I-95, exit 86B. Gear up and chill out, only at Green Top.
Hey, Jack Fitz here. Coming up on the next Fits the Bill, all starting at 8 a.m. We've got Pat Jaggers from the Motor Racing Network joining us. Plus, get the oven mitts ready. It's Hot Take Friday, baby. That's all starting at 8 a.m. 106.1 ESPN Richmond. Fits the Bill.
All right. Welcome back to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. It's not halftime, but, that's what we're coming in with. That's classic. Who is that, Alan? I bet you don't know.
That would be Nas.
Okay, because he sees the words up on the screen.
AKA Nasty Nas. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
What? That was like my favorite album. One of my favorite albums. It was like one of
which
my
one?
first.
Illmatic or which one? Stillmatic? Which one?
So halftime, I believe, was Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Yeah. Because Stillmatic had Rewind, I believe, which was a classic, underrated hip hop song. Amazing talent to rap a song backwards. Like, seriously, he rapped the story backwards.
That was one of the best things ever.
I still don't get why it doesn't get as much love.
Ever. The only thing that I could ever put to rival just from a creativity standpoint was Papoose. If you look him up,
he
did a song where every word in it was the alphabet. So it starts with an A word, goes to a B word, a C word, a D word. It's amazing.
That's fine.
So check that out. So, we give you guys a little bit of history lessons sometimes on this show.
With everything.
One of the things that I wanted to do on today's show, we're not going to have time to, because, short segment here. I wanted to do the greatest football movies of all time.
Ooh.
So maybe we get you back on, Darian.
Yeah,
and
that's a Jack thing right there. I feel like he watches movies.
We'll have Jack in studio too. Jack was just in here with us chopping it up a second ago. So the whole crew's here in the building today. But we were talking about, the coordinators and things like that. Did I win you guys over? No, I'm not going to ask you, did I win you guys over? I won you guys over, right, when I gave you why Durante Jones is the guy to me that has the most to prove right now.
Like, I'll say whatever you want me to say so I can keep coming back. That's all, man.
I mean, like, you spent enough time around me to know no.
You still don't feel that way.
Dan Quinn and I can't let it go. Dan Quinn.
So, like, I can see how, like, and I mentioned this earlier, I can see how Durante Jones may have the most pressure, but I don't think his job is at risk. And I think maybe I'm conflating the two, but I think Dan Quinn's job is at risk without a successful rebound from last year. However, I do see Durante Jones being one of the guys that may be under the most amount of scrutiny.
You hear he's basically trying to give me credit without giving me credit. That's a sham. Come on, man.
I've been watching too many debate shows.
Yeah, he's basically saying, like, I agree with what you're saying, but I can't agree because, just it looks too obvious. He agrees. Dan Quinn has a better chance of being fired than I do getting pulled here. How about that?
Okay. All right.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
Either
I
one.
would disagree with that too.
Hey.
Oh, you mean on him or me?
You.
If you keep talking about meta like
Right.
that, I might, so come on, man. It's so none of us said Jaden.
Yeah.
Now, the window of a young quarterback on the rookie contract is
But what
eternal.
if he goes out and throws several interceptions and just doesn't look like Jaden? Which we all
Justin
don't think is going to
Fields
happen.
Still gets work. Jaden Daniels will be in the league forever.
Listen, if you ever ever, and we're friends, man. This is my guy. Alan's like a brother. If you ever mention Jaden Daniels and Justin Fields in the same sentence,
I'm just saying,
I'm gonna lose it. I don't have any hair as it is.
Hold on. Listen. We're talking about somebody being on the hot seat. Like, the quarterback is never on the hot seat when they're that young and talented. Like, he would never be on the hot seat. And guys like,
we just talked about Malik Willis. He got traded
and
after
he's
2 years.
He's still got a job. Geno Smith still has a job. Like, a lot of these guys in the league still have jobs, and Jaden Daniels on his worst day is 1,000 times better than them. He will never be on the hot seat. He will never be at risk for being cut. He will never be at risk for not being employed by the Washington Commanders unless he prices himself out.
Unless you were one of these hacks out here that was like saying last year when he got hurt, got hurt a couple times. But when people were saying, "Oh,
it's his fault,"
taking Drake May.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, really? When Drake May got to the Super Bowl, he got to the Super Bowl. No, New England's defense got them to the Super Bowl.
You know how I felt about Drake May. Yeah. I was on that hill alone, but it's cool with me.
Listen,
he's going to be a great one. Don't get me wrong, but I'm going to say it, and I keep saying it. Please work with me, folks. That quarterback class from 2024, they're going to go down in history, in my opinion, as the greatest group ever. I truly believe that. Led by Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in that group. I truly believe that. He was the one that has never had training wheels on. These other quarterbacks still have training wheels on. Caleb just got off of them in the playoffs. Okay,
even as a Tar Heel, I still wanted Jaden Daniels because I thought he was the better. I've seen Drake May play middle school ball. I seen him play high school ball at Myers Park down in Charlotte. I seen all his Carolina snaps. So even I still was like, Jaden was the guy. And to your question, like, I don't believe Jaden has pressure on him because I believe that everyone thinks that Jaden is going to rebound. I think it's. I know
we all three of us feel like that.
It's out of the realm of possibility that Jaden repeats what happens last year. I think we're all convinced that there's nobody else that has to convince Jaden to play better last year because we see the Mamba mentality. We see Jaden as the guy that goes in for the kill. We see the winning mentality. We see how he galvanizes his teammates. We see how he's one of those guys. So I believe that we're not even talking about that because that's a foregone conclusion in our eyes that he's going to rebound and be better. And even if the team doesn't have complete success better than last year, I believe he'll be healthy. His numbers will show and his game will evolve just as a quarterback himself.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with anything you said there. I agree with everything. And that's good because I agreed with you before we got ready to get off. It was just one thing today, but I'm still disappointed with the brothers today. They were coming at me. They were coming at me, one from my left, one from inside the booth over there. But that's just what happens, folks. We have fun on the show. I hope you had fun today. Because remember, this is what we're going to be doing every Tuesday and Thursday at 3:00. I was about to say 6:00. I'm so used to that at 3:00. And then also, did get the word today. I'll be able to do the shows live from the practice facility up at Commanders Park during the season. That's what we're going to be doing. And then guess what? Big Trent Scott will be doing that with me. So we will have some other guys joining us as well. So a good one today. Appreciate my guy, Darian Williams, from driving down here from DC area, gracing our presence. You can check him out on D Will Does It All on social media, and then also on ESPN Radio up there.
ESPN 6:30 a.m. On Wednesdays. You can check out me and Mike Calloway on the line change.
All right. And then, of course, super producer Alan, appreciate you as always. And I appreciate you, my friends out there. Whatever you're doing out there, be safe in doing it. Get home to your family and loved ones. So have a good one.